Living in the United States? Then your credit score is basically your financial power level. It controls almost everything, getting approved for credit cards, car loans, and even a mortgage for your dream home. It affects your rent applications, how much you pay for insurance, and sometimes it can even impact your job applications. But what if you have no credit score at all? No history, no records, just a big fat zero. This is a huge problem for students, new immigrants, and young adults just starting out. Today, I'm going to show you step by step how to build your credit score from absolute scratch in the USA. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear action plan to go from 0 to a great score. First, let's quickly cover what a credit score actually is. In the US, it's a number between 300 and 850 that tells lenders how trustworthy you are with money. The higher the number, the better. The most common system is the FICO score, and it's calculated based on 5 key factors. 35% of your score is your payment history. This is the single most important factor. Pay on time, every single time. 30% is your credit utilization, which is how much of your available credit you're using. We'll talk more about this later, but lower is always better. 15% is the length of your credit history. The longer you've had credit accounts open and in good standing, the better it is for your score. The last 2 factors, both worth 10%, are your credit mix, having different types of credit like cards, and loans, and new credit inquiries, which looks at how often you're applying for new credit. Now, here is a crucial point many people miss. You cannot build a credit score using your debit card, paying with cash, or just having a lot of money in your bank account. Only activity related to credit, like loans and credit cards, counts toward building your score. So, why is having no credit so dangerous? A lot of people think, if I don't have any debt, I must be doing great financially. In many countries that's true, but in the USA that thinking is a trap. Having no credit history is often seen as being just as risky as having bad credit. When you have no score, you'll likely face rejection when you apply for loans. If you do get approved, you'll be hit with much higher interest rates, costing you thousands of dollars over time. Landlords might deny your rental application or demand a huge security deposit. It severely limits your financial freedom and makes life way more expensive and difficult. So, building credit isn't just a good idea. It's absolutely essential for life in America. All right, let's get into the step-by-step guide. Your very first step is to get your first credit account open. The absolute best way for a beginner to do this is with a secured credit card. This is the safest and fastest path to building credit from nothing. Here's how it works. You make a small, refundable security deposit, usually between $200 and $500. That deposit amount then becomes your credit limit. So, if you deposit $300, your credit limit is $300. From there, you just use it like a regular credit card for small purchases. The bank reports your payments to the credit bureaus, and that's how you start building a positive history. Some of the top secured cards in the US right now are the Discover It Secured Card, the Capital One Secured MasterCard, and the Chime Credit Builder. A pro tip. When you're choosing a card, make sure it reports to all 3 major credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. This ensures your good habits are seen by all potential lenders. Another great option is to become an authorized user on someone else's credit card. You can ask a trusted family member or partner who has excellent credit to add you to their account. There are some important rules here, though. The primary cardholder must have a perfect payment history, always paying on time. They should also keep a low balance on the card and have had the account open for a long time. If these conditions are met, their good credit habits can give your score a significant boost, sometimes within just a few weeks. A third option is a credit builder loan. You can find these at many credit unions and some online banks. With these, you don't get the money up front. Instead, you make small monthly payments into a locked savings account. The bank reports these on-time payments to the credit bureaus. After you've paid off the loan, you get the money back. It's like a forced savings plan that also builds your credit. Now for the most important part. Once you have that first credit account, you have to use it the right way. This is where many people mess up. Rule number 1 is to keep your credit utilization under 30%. Utilization is the percentage of your available credit that you're using. So, if your credit limit is $300, you should never have a balance of more than $90 on that card. For the best results, aim to keep it even lower, ideally between 10 and 20%. Lenders see high utilization as a sign of financial stress. Rule number 2. Pay your bill on time, every single time. I cannot stress this enough. Just one late payment can tank your score and stay on your credit report for 7 years. The easiest way to avoid this is to set up automatic payments for at least the minimum amount due. Then, you can log in before the due date and pay the rest of the balance. Always pay before the due date. Rule number 3 is to never, ever max out your card. This is a massive red flag for lenders. It signals that you're living beyond your means. Even if you plan to pay it all off at the end of the month, the high balance gets reported to the credit bureaus and can seriously damage your score. Use your card for a small, predictable purchase each month, like a streaming subscription or your phone bill, and pay it off. So, you've opened your first account and you're using it responsibly. What happens next? You build history over time. Credit building is a marathon, not a sprint. After about 3 to 6 months of responsible use, you'll start to see your first credit score appear. It will likely be in the 650 to 700 range, which is a great start. Keep up the good habits, and after about a year you should be eligible for your first real unsecured credit card. This means no more security deposit. You'll also start qualifying for better interest rates on loans. As you build your history, there are a few important rules to follow. First, do not close your old credit cards, especially your first one. The age of your credit accounts is a key factor, so closing your oldest account will shorten your credit history and lower your score. Just keep it open and use it for a small purchase every few months to keep it active. Also, avoid applying for too many cards at once. Every time you apply for credit, it creates a hard inquiry on your report, which can temporarily dip your score. It also makes you look desperate for credit. A good rule of thumb is to space out your credit applications by at least 3 to 6 months. Let's quickly recap some common mistakes to avoid. First, don't just pay the minimum balance. While it keeps you from being late, carrying a balance means you'll pay interest, and it can keep your utilization high. Second, never miss a due date. Set up those autopay reminders. Third, don't close your first card. I know I said it already, but it's that important. Fourth, resist the temptation to apply for every credit card offer you get. Be strategic. Finally, make sure you're checking your credit reports regularly for errors. You can get a free copy from all 3 bureaus once a year at Annual Credit Report. Comda, review it to make sure all the information is accurate. So, let's summarize your action plan. If you're starting from 0 today, here's exactly what you need to do. First, open a secured credit card. Second, use it for small purchases and keep your balance under 30% of your limit. Third, pay your bill on time and in full every single month. And fourth, be patient. Let your positive history grow over 6 to 12 months. If you follow these steps, you will build a strong American credit profile that will open up a world of financial opportunities. If this video helped you get a clearer picture of how to build credit, do me a favor and hit that like button. And comment the word credit down below so I know you made it this far. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more simple guides to mastering your finances in the USA. Because remember, in America, credit is power. Thanks for watching.